I used to always focus everything on me and what am I doing and my goals and my ambitions, but that focus has really shifted. You know, I'm not really too worried about my, you know, fitness goals or ambitions or my appearance anymore. You know, I've accepted that I am how I am. I had these scars, I have over 7 stitches in this arm.
As so many of us have been following the career of CALUM Von Moger, he had such a meteoric rise to fame at such a young age. But sometimes, too much fame, too young, too fast, can become a tragedy if you're not ready for it. And that was the case that we all witnessed in front of our own eyes over the years of CALUM Von Moger.
Hi, my name's CALUM Von Moger. I'm 33 years old. I'm a fitness influencer. I also used to do a lot of bodybuilding competitions back in the day. I've had a lot of setbacks recently, but I'm also very well known for my comebacks, and this is part of my story.
With the recent death of his brother Eddie, we've all been waiting for him to speak out, and this is the first time he has spoken out. But I gotta say, you know, watching the video, and then also in combination with what's been going on behind the scenes, which I'll talk about in a little bit, it makes me feel like he's really turned the corner. And he talks about many, many different things that make me feel this way.
The biggest adversities that I've had to face this year have certainly been losing my little brother Eddie. That was still is the toughest thing that I've had to deal with.
A huge multi-agency search was launched today. That's because 28-year-old Edward Von Moger hasn't been seen since Thursday. He vanished from his local area of Belmont, but yesterday his vehicle was found more than 30 kilometres away, parked on Ellamata Road at Anglesea. Today,
it came really sudden and unexpectedly, and something that I'm still trying to process. And it's not easy. It's not something I've ever experienced before, having lost someone. That, and also finding my own place back in the world. I'm having to work on getting a lot of self-confidence in myself again, accepting who I am today and what my goals and future are going to look like.
Unless you've dealt with depression in your life, depression is not something that hits everybody. But for some of us, we've had issues with depression, and this is something we've all wondered about, you know, with CALUM. Is it depression that has caused all these downfalls in his life? And like I was saying, you know, unless you've had depression in your life, it's hard to understand it. But by him talking about it in this interview, it sheds light on exactly what the cause was of all these things we've been seeing him go through.
It's been really hard. I won't lie, it's been really hard. I've struggled a lot with depression following the events of this year, and I found myself in like a lot of times of weakness and vulnerability, and just a lot of times where I'm by myself and just asking, what am I doing? What's my purpose? What am I here for? Where are things going to lead to next for me? And yeah, it's hard because it's something that I have to figure out on my own a lot, I feel.
And as I was saying, you know, not all of us know about depression. You know, since I opened my eyes as a kid, since I can remember, I've always had some depression in my life. And for me, I always looked as art as an outlet for me, working on cars, doing things to get my mind off of it. But for some people like CALUM Von Moger, they go the route of drugs and alcohol and self-harm because that's the only thing that they know. And that was the sad case of CALUM, you know. But if you look at the things he said about depression and him realizing that. Self-realization is usually the best cure in life. And as you age, you start to realize the things that are the most important to you. And now he looks at his life and he sees, his son. He realizes that he hasn't been there. And I know, and as I was saying earlier behind the scenes, I know that he's made steps in the last few weeks to be in his son's life like he never had before. And that's what gives me hope that he's making the changes he needs to make.
Something that I haven't touched on is that I do have a son, a 3-year-old son, who I haven't been able to be in his life very much. And that plays on my mind a lot. So he's in California, and I think that I'm thinking that it would be good for me to actually be closer to him, and it'd be nicer to be close to him and be able to see him regularly and be in his life, and to know that he needs a father figure, and I'd like to be that for him. And I think that will also help me find my purpose again in life as well.
And as I was saying about self-realization, he's also realizing from what he says about accepting who he is, and all the things that he's gone through, all the scars he has, the injuries. He knows he can't be a bodybuilder anymore. He knows he can't do the things he wanted to do before, the things that got him famous, and he has to find a different route in life.
It's not, it's funny because I used to always focus everything on me and what am I doing and my goals and my ambitions, but that focus has really shifted. I'm not really too worried about my fitness goals or ambitions or my appearance anymore. I've accepted that I am how I am. I had these scars, I have over 7 stitches in this arm. So I'm changed, and I'm still accepting this how I am today. And, I know that I'm not going to be who I once was, but it doesn't matter. I don't have to be that. I've already been there. But now I can at least show and help other people, and hopefully I can get on board with my son and bring him up the ranks and, be active and show him a good, healthy way of life.
And you know what the biggest thing he can give to people? Because he was talking about what routes to take, right? It's his story. Your story, Calum, is the biggest thing you can offer to people. Because there are people out there that struggle each and every day just like you do. And they have no solution. They have no way to turn. But by watching you come back all these times, because how many times, think about it, how many times should you be dead right now? But you're still there, alive, making a comeback. Well, your ultimate comeback is what you're doing now. And that could be the ultimate lesson for people. So when you're wondering what you can offer people, it's your story.
A sweet revival, you can read about it.
That's not something that, and feels like I'm in a jungle and I've got a machete and I've got to try and just hack my way through all these obstacles. And there's no clear path. It's not like, this is the way out. It's like I've got to make my way out, find, a way through it all. And that's the struggle. That's the difficult part that I face is the unknown and trying to process, each day as it comes.